It's graduation day! Today you guys are going to get ready with me for my high school graduation. I am so sad to be graduating high school, but it's time to move on to bigger, better things. The first thing I'm going to do is put my makeup on, get dressed, do my hair, and then I will vlog my actual graduation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my face products, my e.l.f. Putty Primer and my Glossier foundation. If you guys haven't seen, I actually did a review of these two products on my channel, so go make sure to check those out too. I'm actually quite nervous to wear makeup today because it's supposed to be super humid and hot out, like 90 degrees, and I just don't want my makeup to melt off. So this year our graduation is a little bit different than how past years have had their graduation just because of COVID. So basically, our whole class is going to be graduating and getting their diplomas at different times based on their last names. So since my last name starts with a T, I'm going to be going later in the day at around 2 o'clock, whereas my friend Kaylee, whose last name starts with a B, went around 10:30 a.m. So it's kind of sad that we don't all get to get our diplomas at the same time, but later in the day, about 4 o'clock, we'll actually all get to sit down together and hear some speeches. I'm just trying to be grateful that we even get a graduation at all, because I know a lot of schools and students didn't get a live graduation. They just got one online over Zoom, which really sucks. So I'm just trying to look at the positive, and even though my whole class can't be together, at least we get to get our diplomas in person. I'm also pretty excited to see a lot of my friends because almost everyone I haven't seen since February because of quarantine and everything. So it'll just be nice to see everyone one last time before we all go off to college. Some of you might be wondering, am I going to miss high school? No, not really. High school just wasn't that fun. I didn't really allow myself to have a social life because I was so involved with my academics. Oh my god. This might be too much. I think my blush will just melt off anyways. Some of my makeup products have white dust on them, if you can see them. No, I'm not a drug dealer. It's just my translucent powder spilled in my makeup bag. So if you notice white powder on my stuff, that's why. This Great Lash is one of my all-time favorite mascaras ever. I've been using it for like 3 years, not this exact one, but I've been using this brand mascara for like the past 3 years and it works amazing. If you don't own this mascara, are you even a girl? Okay, makeup is done. Let's go do our hair. I have no idea what to do with my hair. I was gonna curl it, but since it's so hot out, if I just curl it, it's gonna come out anyways. I don't want to straighten it because my hair is always straight. Maybe I'll put the front pieces like in a braid or a ponytail in the back, just to get it out of my face. Do you guys like my brush? It's from Justice. So this is the outfit I'll be wearing under my cap and gown. We're currently on our way to the high school for my graduation, and it's raining outside right now, so they actually paused our graduation for 30 minutes. So hopefully when we get there, we'll be able to walk across the stage. We were originally supposed to walk across the football field to get our diploma, but because it's raining outside, I'm pretty sure that we're going to have to go inside the auditorium. The graduation got pushed back an hour. So here's my dad and brother. So I just got back from part 1 of graduation, and I'm going to go to part 2 in a couple minutes. So what part 1 was is we walked into the cafeteria actually, and that's where I got to walk across the cafeteria stage, get my diploma, and take a few pictures. And then we walked downstairs and I got to take some more pictures with my family, and then finally we walked to the football field and took some final pictures. And so in a couple minutes I'll be going to part 2 of graduation, which is also on the football field. And there they'll be having some speeches and a couple things for the students. Before I go to part 2, I just put some balloons on my car so I can ride in style and everybody knows how important I am. It's currently the day after graduation, Sunday. I just wanted to follow up because I didn't get much of my graduation on video or as much as I hoped I would. So I kind of wanted just to talk through how graduation went. If you can't tell by my face, I'm very tired because I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night because I was out with my friends after graduation. We went swimming and then we got some ice cream and we were talking, and you guys know how that goes when you're with your friends. Time just flies by. Going over the first part of graduation, basically my parents were there and my little brother, and we went into the cafeteria, my school's cafeteria, to take pictures, and that's where I crossed the stage. Basically it was just the lunchroom stage, and that's where I got my diploma and took a few pictures. And then we went downstairs into the school gym and took a few more pictures, and that was the end of part 1. Then when I went back to school for part 2, I got to meet up with my friends, and we all sat down on the football field. All the chairs for everyone in my class, so like 200 chairs, were on the football field, and they were all spread out like 6 feet apart. And there were like 10 rows of just chairs. And the whole time you had to have a mask on, except when you were sitting in your seat. And so then we listened to our student speaker, one of our teachers, and the valedictorian speeches. After everyone was done giving their speeches, everyone stood up from their chair and we threw our hats, but we couldn't throw them too far because we had to stay socially distanced. So we just threw them up for our cap toss, and then that was the end of part 2. And then after part 2, I took some pictures with my friends. And then I went to dinner with my mom to Melting Pot, which is where they serve you fondue. So we got some cheese fondue, some chocolate fondue, and it was so good. Like, so good. Then, after I went to Melting Pot, then I hung out with my friends. So we went to one of my friend's grandparents' house to swim in the lake. And it was actually really fun because we went when it was dark out, so we got to see like a sky full of stars. We went back to our city, went to Meijer to get some ice cream, and then we just hung out in my friend's backyard and talked about graduation, college, life. I know I didn't get much actual footage of the graduation, but the teachers had a rule where you couldn't bring in phones or cameras to the graduation, so that's why. In my next couple of videos, I'll be giving you guys some college advice, like how to write essays and how to get into the college of your dreams. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on Saturday.